Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the final game of Week 1. The actual final game of Week 1 was the one that we casted live, funnily enough, but the last one we're
True.
doing.
Yeah.
So, this is the GGs versus This is Sparta, or right now it's This is Sparta versus the GGs, game 2. In the last game, the GGs came in with a really monstrous team comp and really wiped it with This is Sparta. This
Yep.
game, well, let's see. It's going to be more of a I think more of a fair fight, probably, as long as This is Sparta don't fall into the same sort of pitfalls that they did in the last pick phase. So,
Yep.
before we start, I'm Anani. This is Randy.
Hello.
And Ocelot is here, but every time he's about to say something, we're going to talk over him, so you're not going to hear him at all during this.
Yeah.
Let's get this show on the road.
Alright, any respect bands? Void Spirit, perhaps?
Yeah, if This is Sparta, there's two heroes for This is Sparta to immediately get rid of. Phoenix is probably not on the list. Phoenix is probably better countered than banned, to be honest with you.
I don't know. They didn't like the Phoenix.
I was gonna say if there were two respect bans to make in this case, it would definitely have been Bane and Void Spirit.
10 seconds remaining.
Right. Instead
Phoenix
they'll
isn't
do
an
Phoenix
awful
and
band,
Centaur
but-
just to be contrarian, I guess.
Pit Lord going down again. No Pit Lords against us, please. Makes sense. Imagine how much things would have changed with a Pit Lord in that last game, just being able to bail everyone the hell out when things went wrong.
Yep.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban.
Clockwork going down on This is Sparta.
Look.
Not a bad idea. It certainly fits with how the GG's played, and it's not a guy you want to see with them. Also combos well with a lot of the heroes they like to pick, like, specifically, so, you know.
10 seconds remaining.
Yep.
Maybe there's a well-known clock on that GG side. We'll have to
5
see.
seconds remaining. Radiant team pick.
The GG's banned their own guy. They're not letting Centaur Warrunner fall in enemy hands.
Dire team pick.
Face the light.
Insta Dawnbreaker, huh?
Yep. Immediate Dawnbreaker. Not a terrible idea, I think. It is a hero that does pretty well to counter how the GGs play. Just able to intervene in anything going wrong.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
GGs might be a little rattled by that. They're dipping into reserve for the
potentially.
first pick here, which isn't very common.
Thinking, how do you counter a Dawnbreaker lineup?
Perhaps they're thinking, you know, are they going to be pulling out all the stops on our old strat? Do we need to change things up, go for something a little bit more conventional, maybe something more unorthodox even?
See, when this happens on the first pick, I assume they're
Dire team
pre-laying their entire strategy, basically.
Immediately pick up Bane again. Not a bad idea.
Yep.
Bane did them a world of good last time.
Yeah, and on the same player too, he was very scary on that Bane. Like I said, 100% grip
10
kills on
seconds
cores.
Right. It might be a little harder for him to make that
5
goal this time with that
seconds remaining.
Dawnbreaker hanging around, though.
Right.
Again, going into reserve time, I think that Dawn pick actually kind of impacted them here. I think the Dawn pick's forcing them to kind of think a little harder than usual about this. An
Ooh,
early
Earthshaker.
Earthshaker. That's very
I like
rare.
Earthshaker. I haven't seen enough of this guy in this tournament yet. Very fun to watch.
Earthshaker tends to be more of a reactive pick, so it'll be interesting to see how he goes. I
10
certainly wouldn't
seconds
say that
remaining.
he matches up against Dawnbreaker well, but, you know,
5 seconds remaining.
probably not why they picked him. So,
Radiant team ban.
Tidehunter comes out.
Alright, big team fight ultis.
Dire team ban.
This time they are bringing plenty of go away buttons. They do not want to face just being able to be run over like that again.
Yep.
Between Dawnbreaker and Ravage, it's going to be a lot harder. Bane's going to have to position himself really well to get much done during these fights. But he was positioning himself quite well in the last game, so it's not an unthinkable objective for him.
Right.
Radiant team ban.
Oh, that Terrorblade. I think Earthshaker matches up pretty well against Terrorblade, so does Bane. That one's a little puzzling.
Yeah, might be specifically for a higher level core though. I don't know. Wouldn't necessarily.
true.
Yeah,
Dire
that was a bit
team
of a questionable ban, as they might say in the business. Ursa going down next. Might be looking for Medusa with that anti-mage and Ursa ban. The GGs actually had the first pick here. If the GGs wanted to be the funniest guy, and the last ban here too. If the GGs wanted to be the funniest guys in the world, one thing they could do would be to ban PL with their next ban and then immediately snatch up Medusa.
That would be funny. They're gonna keep on talking, keep on discussing.
Radiant team ban.
I do think there are more counters to Medusa out there. I think Core Weaver is actually a very strong. Oh well, there's that PL.
Oh, PL. Alright. Well, this is.
Core Medusa is actually, or Core Weaver is actually a very strong counter Medusa, though I don't think many people give that fact very much credit. Because he's got Mana Burn that stacks with Diffusal Blade, and he has a lot of ability to shatter her armor. He can really walk all over if he gets a chance.
5 seconds remaining.
But people don't seem to think about that very often.
Yep.
Yep. Oh.
There it is.
I don't know. I don't think I would have done that if I was the GGs. I think they've banned such a perfect circle around Medusa and made such a big show of doing it. I feel like it probably actually would have been better there for GGs to just pick her up and use her themselves.
10 seconds.
Just don't want to run her, I guess.
Right. Yeah. Maybe you just don't have like a pause one that's particularly comfortable on Medusa.
Radiant team pick.
Rubik.
You do have a pause.
Yes, position 3.
Yeah.
Looks like.
A pause 4 that's comfortable on Rubik, it seems.
Radiant team pick.
This is a powerful Rubik game.
Yeah, I was thinking
Rubik
that.
against Tide is always very good. Oh, just on its own. And all the other stuff.
Yeah, he's got a lot of stuff to steal. He's got a whole Dawnbreaker kit. He's got the Vengeful Spirit swap. The stun's pretty good too. Stun is certainly not bad.
Dire team pick.
Bounty Hunter.
Yeah, you can track everyone if you want to be funny.
Sparta really quite light on the course here. I don't know who they're sending mid.
Yeah. Probably the last pick.
5
And
seconds.
who the
Position
hell is their
one.
pause 1?
Position 1, I don't know, Dawnbreaker.
Could be, I guess. I feel like This Is Sparta may have gone a bridge too far with this whatever they were trying to accomplish with this draft. Yeah, it would presumably be bounty, right? Because what's he countering here? Nothing.
Yeah, it's just
You don't usually
it is.
pick bounty lower unless you're
bunch of-
countering.
do a bunch of alpha damage. Speaking of a lot of alpha damage,
Speaking of a very existential threat, I don't think anybody in the entire server can match Kunkka for carry potential. So if this game goes on,
10
GG's definitely going to have an
seconds
advantage unless somebody really big comes out for Sparta.
5 seconds remaining.
Man, the GG's really definitely got a better lineup for their picks, huh? They got better. They got better positions for the ban. They got to see what Sparta was first picking, and they get the last pick in the server. I mean, they got a lot. They got a lot of advantages in this pick ban pool.
yep.
Just from how the cookie crumbled.
team ban.
Faceless Void. Would assume that plays into
10
whatever they're
seconds
picking
remaining.
less.
Yeah, probably.
5 seconds
That
remaining.
or they're just really trying hard to protect the ability to ravage during fights.
Yeah, it could be.
Radiant team ban.
Huskar going down.
Alright, Kunkka doesn't like Huskar.
Also probably means we're going to see a potentially even ranged right-click hero coming out last.
Yeah.
10 seconds remaining.
Could be somebody like a
Dire
Windrunner
team
or
back.
Drow Ranger. Slark going down for Sparta. Sparta seems to be thinking that GG is picking one. They certainly could
Not a
be.
horrible assumption, I guess.
You could definitely have Kunkka either 1 or 2 here, I feel like.
Yeah, it's certainly muddled.
10
Their last
seconds
pick is.
remaining.
I almost feel like for GG's, their
5
last pick could be
seconds
based on what Sparta's last pick is. If Sparta picks a very early game sort of mid, then Kunkka could just be their pause 1, get away with it, and be
Radiant
okay.
team pick.
But if
Yep.
Sparta picks, you know, like, say, I don't know, who's a relatively late game pause 2? Like, if you're gonna run like mid Luna, maybe,
Yeah.
then it could be something else, or like some of the spirits, perhaps, like Ember or Void. Well, can't pick Void. I don't
Void's
think.
more mid
10
game.
seconds
Oh, Void's
remaining.
actually still in the pool. They did not actually ban Void at any point.
5 seconds remaining.
Giving this one a decent round of thought.
Yeah, Sparta has plenty of reserve time here. That perhaps would have gone a little better for them being used earlier.
Ooh, that is not early game.
Well, there's your existential threat. Existential threat has shifted well away from Kunkka, because now Arc Warden outcarries everybody else in this game combined.
10 seconds remaining.
Now it's a
So do you
GG's.
pick reactively to that and get
5
a late game
seconds
mid?
remaining.
Could do that, yeah. Could easily get away with like a Spirit Mid or something. Or even maybe even like a Shadow Fiend or something.
We shall see.
I will say, Arc Warden is going to have a bit of trouble against Earthshaker potentially if he's not careful with
Yeah.
how he's macro and stuff. Also might have a little trouble against old Kunkka there. We got a Troll
Ooh,
Warlord.
Your heroes.
Man, we
Okay,
got
okay.
a lot of people in this lineup who have not appeared at all over the rest of this rest of the tournament.
Yeah, it's true. A lot of first games.
His first game Earthshaker, I believe. This is first game for Dawnbreaker. First game for Troll Warlord. First game for Bounty. I think it's the first for Rubik, and it's the only the second game for Arc Warden, who is, by the way, going
Okay.
mid.
I think might have had more actually. I don't remember.
Tide's the 3, Dawnbreaker's the 4. VS is the 5.
Yeah, I would assume.
Well, that's what they played last game, so.
Right.
Which means that it is indeed a pause 1 bounty hunter.
Alrighty.
Putting really all of their chips late game into that Arc Warden pool. You know, basically under the idea that Arc Warden is effectively at some point going to be able to 1v5 these guys.
I don't think he can. I think Troll's a little scary for Arc Warden.
Yeah, Troll was a good pick against him, certainly. It's going to be quite a steep hill for Sparta to climb out of this. I think, unfortunately for them, I think they got kind of knocked out in the pick ban phase here again. Not, like, knocked out of the game, but I think I'm definitely giving the draft edge in this one
Is on board.
to the GGs again.
Yeah.
I feel better.
Prepare for battle.
But you know, Vengeful Spirit feels better already. So, you know,
Wow.
maybe it won't be that way. Maybe they'll defy fate.
He'll defy the draft.
Freaking really quick. Yeah, it is the same same man on Bane. So they're pause 2 Kunkka, which shouldn't be surprising. He has that
Step
stupid
lively now.
haircut.
Your admiral is on board.
Makes
Yeah.
him look like a doofus. If I had to say, like, my least favorite cosmetic in the game that a lot of people actually have, it's the stupid Kunkka haircut.
30 seconds to battle.
Dawnbreaker is just blocking the pole camp like an asshole.
Wow, alright. There you go. She's a sentry too, so they won't even get any money for denying it, or not denying it, but dewarding it.
Yep.
Step lively
The battle
now.
begins.
Is on board.
Of course, that's not surprising. I just wanted to confirm.
Yeah. 2 for 2 split on the runes. Once again, it's north and south. Good luck and have fun. It's actually Rubik on pause 4 here. Who's there? 5. Bane. Okay, makes sense.
Yep.
Nothing too surprising with that, I guess.
Just business. Nothing personal.
People do seem to like the offlane shaker core lately. I've noticed.
Oh, I wouldn't say it in any respect it's a bad idea.
Yeah,
It's
of course.
something people used to do
great.
quite frequently and just stopped eventually. But
Especially with that enchant totem cleave, if you build around that. Deadly.
it definitely can be. It definitely can be. I also feel like it solves one of the major issues with Earthshaker in lower positions, where you really like Earthshaker. I do feel like is kind of limited especially in a pause 5 role. He really needs more money than that, and putting him up to pause 3 gives him at least the sort of chunk of change that he needs to be a bit more effective.
Yeah.
So far, it's looking pretty peaceful here. I mean, the supports are poking each other here in the Radiant jungle, but beyond that, seems pretty much everyone's just content to let this lane phase be. Slardar, or not Slardar, Tidehunter getting a little messed up though. He was Slardar in another life, at least.
Yeah, it's true.
Looking at, oh, big boy LaCroix in a spot of trouble here. He might be first blood. He's nightmared. I think he's completely screwed. Aw, Dawnbreaker taking the nightmare off of him, but the Troll Warlord whirling axes gets the kill.
Sure does.
I got it all! That is one of the worst possible people to be getting first blood in this if you're the Radiant. Not a great start for Sparta.
Yeah.
Oh, and then they just randomly killed VS in the offlane. Just wandered a little closer to the tower, trying to presumably just chase down Earthshaker there.
Yep.
Is that deliberate? Did he mean to do that?
Sure can it creep? I don't know.
Yeah, when Ty was so low. Not Ty, but Earthshaker was so low. I mean, it's so low. Looking like Jackie Chen is getting a little messed up here at mid under Kunkka. It's a hard guy to go up against mid if you're either a melee or a fairly short-ranged hero, because you just have to keep stepping into that tide under or that Tidebringer radius.
I can maybe Got him. Won't do much besides annoy him, but
Yep, still got him.
certainly an admirable goal.
An admiral goal. He is a little far out now. You got to step lively. Now he's going to take some tower shots for this. Wants to try and get rid of that sab, but finds no dice.
Barely missed it.
Oh, barely misses a torrent too. That's got to be a little frustrating for him.
This will provide.
Doing quite a lot of
beating
damage to
outside.
this Tidehunter up here.
Yeah.
He's got a Sav though, so he's probably gonna be more or less okay. Got no Gush. That's really probably not doing him any favors in this lane. Can I air a controversial opinion here live on screen that Ocelot probably wishes he got to save, because I know he's also big on this. I do not understand what the
boy.
I do not understand the appeal of the old anchor smash and lane idea. Really just never seems to work out terribly well for people. There goes that clarity on Dawnbreaker. That's got to be a bit upsetting. She got barely anything out of it.
Yep.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
London
boy.
taking out Jackie Chen here.
Yep, used a boat on him.
Big boy LaCroix comes in, but too little, too late. And boy, I gotta say,
getting messed up here.
Radiant's middle tower is under
oh yeah,
attack.
she appears to be dead. No,
Oh,
just barely skirts
fuck.
into those trees. Still, she's got no regen. Either gonna have to call in a Sav or go home, and looks like, yep, she's calling a Sav. Oh, Tinkbot? Oh, that's great. Fantastic,
Wow.
fantastic courier on Dawnbreaker's part there. Jeez, this mid has really not gone well for Arc Warden. He's down 2 levels. He's down over 10 last hits. Got a free wave, but
As soon as Kunkka hit his 6 power spike, he just dropped a boat on his head.
it's really not going well anywhere for Radiant, honestly. They're just getting outlasted in all their lanes, and the guy who's having the best performance so far is Tidehunter, of all people. Willow getting in a little bit of trouble there. Uh-oh!
Six.
No,
Oh
that...
God.
The Soul Ring from Hell! Oh, that is never something you want to see happen.
BMing him in all chat too.
Yep. Oh, they might get Earth Shaker for this. Oh, maybe not. Oh,
Boy, oh
Yep.
my lord.
gets Bounty Hunter for it. And he's gone. He is just aces. He's
That is
saving.
demoralizing.
He's saving. Oh,
He is.
God.
Pressure's up pretty soon. Got an Echo if he wants to play with that, but I kind of doubt it. Top. Troll just runs down the Dawnbreaker.
Yep, just runs her over, and looks like Tidehunter's here as well. Bane does not even have Fiend's Grip yet.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. I think maybe
Just
this
giving
is.
Troll all the solo EXP.
I think maybe this is Sparta's had a morale shatter at some point. I think they really got to get their heads back together. They're playing like they're just losing it. I think maybe when they banned that Medusa after so much build-up, after that first round as well, you know, I feel like that really put a damper into this entire game plan.
Oh,
Troll getting a little messed
Troll's
up here,
ulti.
but
Doesn't even need to
he's
pop it,
fine. He's
really.
not even popping. They do not have the gush to be able to chase him with. In fact, he is more than willing to just walk right back at him. I did just hit 6, but I don't think he has the kind of mana he needs to Ravage. And even if he did, it's hard to see him getting a kill on the guy at this point. Jeez.
Yep.
Jeez, this guy, if you're raiding, you got to be sweating at this point.
Yeah.
Here comes a boat, right untied under his
Oh.
head. Very, very lore appropriate. Bane going down off sides though. Bounty
Good
Hunter gets
track,
himself a
sounds
free
good.
kill.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
That is, if there is a step one for a comeback here, it is getting your pause one, a casual kill on a guy who was a big issue for you last game. Wonder
Yeah,
if that's
especially with
helping
track
out with at all. He is up there in the net worth now. I think it would have been probably better for him if he was able to get it solo. He did have to get Dawnbreaker up there. He's looking at Troll. He's looking at Troll real funny. Troll is tracked. He's just casually walking away.
Yeah, nothing you can do.
It's not actually hit him with the melee whirling
Okay.
axes.
Top tower is under
Bane's here and
Follow
he's
him a
mad.
little bit, probably 6. They don't have any way you can test these 6. Maybe like if an Orc Warden Tempest double comes up here, that'll be the only way. So Troll's just gonna get a bunch of free XP and money from this.
Dire's
And
top tower is under
3 of the
attack.
5 jungle items in 1 camp.
Yep.
He himself possessing a chipped vest. It's 10 minutes. We're
Yes. Set up some stacks.
see last hits at 10. Kunkka leading for last hits at 10 with almost double Arc Warden's farm. Oh jeez.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Bounty Hunter may be in a fix here, but Rubik doesn't actually want to finish.
Oh, the
Yep.
boat.
Bounty Hunter in the fix just goes right down, smashes him right in the face, and that's Radiant's top net worth guy just taking a casual spill right at the beginning of lane phase, or right at the end of lane phase.
Yep.
I know it sounds early to say, you know, what would you do to turn this around, but geez, it's 10 minutes, it's 1 and 9, and they got the better late game team anyway. What
Yep.
do you do to turn this around if you're Radiant? What's the game plan, Randy? You're our analyst here.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Get Arc Warden super
Dire's
super
top tower
farm.
is falling. Radiant's
Yeah, Arc
middle
Warden is
tower
going to
is
have
falling.
to
And just rat exclusively
yeah.
while your team loses fights.
Is under attack.
Arc Warden is just going to have to eat and eat and eat. He's going to have to get $1 million. Basically, he did get a Midas, and that's a good start. It was a very good start that he ended up with that Midas. But
Is under attack.
Yeah, pretty poor. I would be more surprised if he didn't, to be honest.
Yep. Well, it's not a surprise that he did. I mean, he got the
Kunkka.
money for it. Kunkka taking a casual death. That's the top net worth on our team. Just went down.
Bounty, 2
X3.
track kills. That's a good start.
2 track kills and on 2 pretty high value targets.
Is under attack.
Bay more for strategic, in the strategic sense of valuable rather than the literally valuable. Bane desperately, definitely needs to get his 6 already, I can tell you that much. He desperately just needs to go somewhere and get that last level. Because until he does, he's going to be half the Bane he could be. Dire's looking to make a turnaround here at bot. Want to get that,
Seem
that
that
comeback
way.
kill. But Radiant wants nothing to do with it. They're just retreating right into the jungle as fast as possible. Kunkka's not having it himself, but he didn't find anything. He just decided to start beating these creeps. But here's Dawnbreaker.
Steals
again-
the last hit with the hammer.
Yep.
Steals both the last hits with the hammer.
Nice.
Sad.
This is very good for Radiant.
Radiant's bottom
It's
tower
all
is
good
under
news
attack.
there. Perhaps more good news up here. Bane just casually going down again.
Ooh.
Big boy LaCroix.
Again, another track. That's 4 track kills.
hmm
Radiant structures are fortified.
Big boy LaCroix really taking it to him so far.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Kunkka just picked himself up in Armland. Oh jeez. Kunkka's
Radiant's
going all in
bottom
on right
tower
clicking
has
here.
fallen.
I noticed that's making a comeback. I'm not really quite sure why.
Dire's
Nothing
middle
really
tower
changed
is
about
under
it.
attack.
Not sure.
Maybe it's one of those things that people realized, oh, this didn't just get nerfed. It just kind of fell out of the meta, and now it's kind of pertinent again. few things are to like that. You know, sometimes people make assumptions about why things are no longer here. Not really a very
Oh,
valuable
boy.
target to drop the boat on. They get Dawnbreaker for it at least.
Yep.
Kill haul.
Bit of a keel hauling situation here. Arc Warden just heading top, trying to do the best he can to farm things up. Radiant just completely occupying, Dire just completely occupying the Radiant Triangle here. If anybody had any sentries at this moment, that would be absolutely fantastic. Bounty Hunter would probably be dead right now. Bounty Hunter probably is dead right now. Phane 6.
Yeah, it's certainly looking like
But,
it. Oh, swap.
Yeah, big swap. Swapped him right out of there. Trying really hard to keep Riftseeker alive. Get some
boy.
decent-sized Echo Slam. Big Ravage to come up, though. Ravage hits all 5, I believe. Fiend's Grip on Dawnbreaker, of all people. VS falls out of the fight. Tempest Double is here to do a little bit of battle, but really has nothing to offer at this point. Troll Warlord getting a little low, but nothing's really in too much danger, knocking him out there.
Tried to steal Revan and got Anchor Smash. That's all he said.
It's the second time this game, actually.
Yep.
Somebody's running in with actual Sentry Wars.
Oh boy.
That was way
Oh,
early
really?
on the call. He was really enthusiastic there. Let that adrenaline get to him to a degree, I think.
Hassle the Ruby a little here.
Yeah, just get rid of
Big
him
flip.
entirely, actually.
Alright. Or Gordon kill, always good.
Yeah, if you look at the graphs here, it's starting to trend back into the Radiant sort of camp.
69% win probability. That's good.
Yeah. The former cores of the bot lane just beefing with each other casually at top. Neither side really
Sure.
wanting to be very decisive about this. In the smoke
to
here.
try to get this Arc Warden.
Yeah, smoke on Arc Warden, it's not a bad idea. They do definitely need to get rid of him. I think there's also a bit of a
Place,
smoke here
swing
for
by and
vision.
place wards. Yeah.
Actually looks like at this point it's more smoke for vision than smoke for Arc Warden, actually.
Yep. You do, I believe, see him from that ward. But not too interested without the grip. Bounty is interested in
Yep. The Radiant
killing
comes
the
up top
Shaker.
to
Yep.
make something
So that was
decisive
a
out of
Dawnbreaker
double
ulti.
scrap.
Maybe not actually.
They are all just up there, so I think it's definitely a possibility they just went up there directly.
Yep.
Seeing almost a bit of confusion starting to run through the Dire ranks. It feels like Dire feels like they should be logically more ahead of where they are in reality right now. They're kind of, you know, playing like they're well ahead of their actual actual station here. And I feel like the realization that maybe this isn't working is starting to set in, and it's starting to kind of mess with their direction a little bit. Kunkka Torrents, absolutely nothing.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Notably, Troll Warlord has just been straight up missing the last couple of fights just to straight up farm.
Farm up as a BKB.
Yep, he does not want to deal with the Ravage. He does not want to deal with the Dawnbreaker shtick. So he is getting a BKB ASAP, which is kind of putting a damper on his team's ability to fight early. Not that they necessarily need to fight early. I do think Arc Warden is still, like, if this game goes super long, Arc Warden's presence alone would probably tip it, but I mean, it's like, if this game goes like 90 minutes or more, Arc Warden's gonna tip it.
Yeah.
It's that sort of thing. Until that point, I think he got relative equality between carry potential and Arc and Troll Warlord. Relatively comparable performance at any given point on the game, but Arc gets to fight now and Troll Warlord doesn't.
Right. Give me the funny X to hit the creeps.
Yep.
Get stunned from downtown.
Yep. Just wants to keep pressure up on the lanes at this point, which really is not an endeavor that's of much value to the team, it feels like. It's kind of just pushing money into Arc Warden's hands directly rather than making him walk out and get it more than anything else. It's kind of the trick to equilibrium. It's always good to put pressure on an enemy lane if something is going to be happening on the enemy lane. It's not really getting you anything to just try to push the creep wave back as far as possible outside of making it really free and easy to farm your own creep wave if you're not going somewhere with it.
And the pace this game has slowed down to is also probably by design of the Arc Warden.
Yeah, it's at a complete crawl at this point. Absolutely nothing going on. Dire's a little scared to walk out because they're afraid of what happened to them earlier. I will say, I don't think Dire needs to be this scared. I think they're a little overcautious here. It's sort of the crisis of confidence, you know? It's the funny thing about confidence. They were overconfident earlier, and then they got their egos hit, and now they're a little underconfident, it feels like.
Yep.
I hope you enjoyed that beautiful montage of Earthshaker just casually jungling here.
No. It's pretty nice.
So here, I know how to get this downtime to stop. Let's use this downtime to take a look at some of the items. Troll Warlord just picked up a BKB. Doesn't look like anybody's got much that outstanding. You can see a lot of where Arc Warden's net worth is coming from is still this Midas, but he's starting to pick up things like that Maelstrom to even things out a little bit more. Yeah, he also has those travels. He got those travels really quick.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
The Bounty Hunter here, for being pause 1, Bounty Hunter really does not have a lot to say for his items so far. He's got a Deso. Deso is really going to be doing some work here, but it's really it right now. Bounty Hunter also does not have a lot to say as far as tank goes, and he's concentrating mostly on that magic damage, which is going to be okay at first, but he's definitely going to need to pick up some sort of thing to deal with Troll Warlord and the Kunkka right click as time goes on. Dawnbreaker has so close to nothing you could basically call it nothing, and VS has not much more than that. Looks like she might be going just straight up for a... Yeah, just going straight for eggs there, wants to have that illusion on death. Bane is probably the brokest. Oh! Finally, we got some action here. Big smoke ain't coming in.
Indeed.
Just absolutely mauling the Tidehunter. They're just dropping everything on his head.
Yep. He's definitely dead.
I don't know why Kunkka popped Invis for 1 second.
Went straight into Roche now that Ravage isn't on the field. Oh, they are spotted.
Dire's confidence has kind of come back for them here. They think even if Radiant wants to intervene, they can still just knock him out. Clearly an understanding that Radiant could show up, but nothing comes of it. And
yeah.
Except Bounty Hunter shows up to just die instantly.
That was a free Roche without the Ravage on the field.
Once again, Kunkka, I think, letting the excitement get to him a little bit, fails to get that combo off.
Go shake her eggs.
Troll Warlord just eats VS for breakfast off screen while the rest of its team kind of has to back from this tower here.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Troll Warlord a little alone here. He just pops BKB, turns around ults. And
Oh, God.
suddenly that turning around has changed a little bit. Oh, Kunkka gets Arc Warden here. Oh, so much
Oh,
falls on Arc
boy.
Warden's head. The rupture or the Ravage. Ravage comes out just in time to try, or just a second too late to save him, and now they're just chasing Tidehunter behind the T3s here. Taking lots of damage, both of these guys. None of the supports want anything to do with this.
Yeah,
It's like
both
Dire,
chase them into their own run, basically.
Dire had the fight they wanted. Everybody walked out of that alive for them, and none of the cores on Radiant ended up surviving that little affair.
I'm still going to kill you later.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Troll Warlord appreciates the clarity, but he's still going to kill you, so.
Yeah.
Bad news for Bane, he'll be summarily executed by Troll Warlord after this match. What is this? Okay,
Just a double.
have my Arc Warden money. Alright. Not sure what the game plan was here. That just kind of fed them $100 for free. Maybe he
Yeah, it's
wasn't.
$240.
Yeah, fed him $240 for free. Maybe he just wasn't watching up top. Who knows? You can tell how Troll. You can tell how Troll Warlord's confidence has shifted over the course of this match, because it started out, you know, he leveled up that whirling axis damage, but now he's got the right click instead of the evasion. And he's also got a Satanic to match his Aegis, so he is not going anywhere anytime soon. Arc Warden finished his Mjolnir, but he still really doesn't have anything to write home about otherwise, unfortunately for him. Taking him probably longer than he wants, longer than is comfortable for him to come to a state of being truly online. Another free 240 gold for the Troll Warlord there. Dire all posturing around this T2 down here, but only Kunkka seems to want to actually finish the job.
So I said that Arc Warden should ret this double, and I guess he heard me, because he's trying, but Dire just responds to it and eats it alive every time they see it on the map.
Troll Warlord just demolishing this building here. They're
Okay, grind?
yeah. The Radiant are really not in a great place to do anything about this. Troll Warlord even still has his Aegis, and it's still got well time to do something here. Is he just gonna casually? Yeah, he's just gonna sit there and hit it. I think Kunkka is worried of retribution, but I think Kunkka's wrong here, because once again, this seems to be a common fixture of this tournament. Radiant was not actually making any efforts to defend their high ground there, but they wanna try and get Arc before they go any further.
Yep.
Fortunately for Arc, he is really cut out here. I think he's realized what's coming to him, because he is beating it.
Back.
Yeah, he is making tracks. I think they did that under smoke, or yeah, under ward. Yeah, they definitely smoked under ward. Very unfortunate play call for the Dire there. That really lost him a lot of time. Troll Wars wants to get this clone at least, and just gets it for free, just completely eating it, constantly shutting down that clone whenever it comes up. Arc Warden is almost just missing the point of his hero at this point. Not like. I don't mean like he doesn't get it, I mean it's like he's getting no benefit from the double.
Yep.
Oh, Earthshaker gets swapped in here. First it looks like he's in a little bit of trouble, but nope. The swap ends up just kind of killing VS and accomplishing almost nothing else. Very unfortunate for us. Speaking of unfortunate time for this Aegis to pop for Troll Warlord. Not like it's going to matter that much, because he still finishes what he's eating, but can't be too confident. Oh my god, Rubik got swapped. Can't be too confident losing that Aegis right in the middle of a fight like this, but good Fisher. Keeps Tidehunter pinned right in there, and Kunkka gets an AC. Oh mama, that's a big item on him right now, dude. Oh man, that's gonna make it really easy for his team to just start beating down towers like mad. So long as the man himself is popping up to assist with these endeavors anyway.
The Radiant have not gotten a kill in this game in what has to be approaching 10 minutes now.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Yeah,
attack.
they started off a lot stronger this game than they did last game, but they started off poorly. They got it together for a little while, but I think that temporary resuscitation of the morale has kind of fallen off by this point. It really seems to be that at this point, Radiant is a little scared to be fighting anybody. Oh no, not twice. Not again. Oh no, that's their only T3 jungle item right now. Oh, come on, guys. You can't let that happen to you. Oh, man.
That is truly tragic.
Looks like we got a little bit of a fight posturing going on.
Ew.
Immediate
Rip
ult out
onto
on
the
the bounty. Really does not, just takes over half his HP from before anything more happens. Oh, big echo here from,
God.
big echo here from, oh
Rubik
no!
Ravage.
Rubik got the Ravage! That's it, right? Like, that's it.
Oh my god.
Oh,
He was waiting
no.
the whole game for that play, dude. He was sitting there
Radiant's middle tower
just
is under attack.
playing that scenario over and over in his head, and it became real.
Radiant's middle
Just
tower
willed it into reality.
Magnetic field, a little
Yep.
annoying.
are under attack.
But not quite annoying enough. Dire just take this Rex for free. Smart play would be go either top or bot, and yep, just keep the good times rolling.
Is under attack.
Troll Warlord just going to completely demolish. Oh no, Arctide in the background.
Radiant's
Oh no, yeah, that's completely. Yep, they're calling GG. That is completely it. Wow, 30 minutes almost on the dot is when this one wrapped up, and Vengeful Spirit is done here. DC's ahead of everybody else. Oh man, oh man.
Bit of a
That-
gong show.
Yeah. Almost. Just. I think that's it's a really good display, perhaps, of how important the mental game is. I think defeatism kind of washed over Sparta between the clear Medusa pick getting banned and the what happened to them last game. I think defeatism kind of rolled over Sparta. You know, some excitement came for them when they started having a few fights where they were turning things around, but I think it just got to the point where they just started feeling like that defeat was inevitable and just started saying, nope, we got no chance here, we're done, we're just golden over it, that's it, you know? I feel like that's 90% what happened this match because a lot of their mistakes just came from playing so defensively, so dramatically defensively, and a lot of times they really did not want to take any risks here, aside from perhaps the one man who should have been taking risks the least in Bounty Hunter.
Ooh, sick Rubik play.
Yeah, very good Rubik play. Once again, another very strong performance by the GGs there as far as... I do think there was a bit of a... They had their own little crisis of confidence at one point, but once they got their groove back, they were just unstoppable past that point. The best thing I would say here is I do think that this proved that the GGs do have some holes as a team. I do think they are a little, like... They do seem like they're a little lost when they don't have that combination to build around like they did last game. They're definitely playing a lot more of a sort of conventional strategy, but yeah, they still had a pretty good combination of people. They still executed it pretty well. A few more funky choices, but Kunkka in particular was doing a fairly good job when his adrenaline wasn't just getting into his system too much. I will say Bane fell off a little bit compared to the last game, but he still did fairly good. But I think not only did you did have a crisis of confidence with the Radiant, but I do also think that draft was pretty stanky. I don't understand the Bounty Hunter, to be honest with you. I don't wanna harp on the negative. It's the Learn Dota 2 league. We're here to learn Dota 2, and that's the league. But
Yep.
definitely. Again, like with
You learned not to pick Bounty Hunter position 1.
yeah, with the guys last game, I think some coaching could do This Is Sparta a lot of good. A guy overhead to say, no, you got to get your head back in the game. A guy overhead to help give you some direction, and a guy overhead especially to help you during that drafting phase. One thing in particular that I think actually really screwed them over. I don't think the GGs were going to pick any of the Medusa counters. It just didn't seem like they were going to. I think the
Yep.
GGs had a more or less fixed lineup in their head when they started picking, and that just didn't really change. So I don't think if they just picked Medusa without showing their hand, I think they could have gotten away with it. And it was really clear they were building a lot around that Medusa. Without that Medusa, everything fell apart, and their substitute for the position was not really
Yep.
adequate. I would say picking up, it's always good to have like 2 or 3 ideas for any position, even when you want to pull out a signature hero. What do you think?
Yeah, you don't. It's like I kind of said at the beginning of the draft. You don't want to lay out your entire plan before the draft phase, or if you do, you want it to be a flexible plan.
Right.
Because if you do that, and then, the position one you're picking gets red and then gets banned, what do you do now?
Right. So, yeah, to that end, that's This is Sparta versus the GGs. It was really just probably, unfortunately for Sparta, the biggest role in the first lineup. I think a lot of that goes to GGs. I do think there were some mistakes, some crucial mistakes on Sparta's part, though. Unfortunately, as hard as it is to say, I do think there were some pretty crucial mistakes there. So, to that end, I did say that I was going to do the my favorites and least favorites to win in the in this video, but you know what? I made the executive decision right now that since I want to comfortably post this in the Promote Yourself channel, I think we're going to do a separate video for that. So, with that being
Alright.
said, if you or somebody you know would like to learn Dota 2 on the casual or competitive level, go to ld2l.gg. There's always room for stand-ins, and you definitely have plenty of time to sign up for the next season. And that being said, beyond that, I'm Anani, this is Randy,
Goodbye.
and this is also Ocelot, but screw him, he ain't gonna get to say goodbye. I make the rules, I'm in charge now!